Welcome to this week's Holy Yoga Chair Practice. My name is Barb Tucker. I'm a member of the Colts Reformed Church, and I thank you for showing up today. It's very cold this month, and so if you can't get outside, just continue to move, whatever you do, but just keep on moving, okay? So today's practice will be in the chair and just a little bit standing up, just a small practice standing up today. Also, we'll be using a strap. So if you want to pause it here and get like the tie to your bathrobe, a tie, or if you do have a yoga strap, that works too, or a very long tube sock from the 80s. Whatever you have, we're going to just use that today. So pause it here. And when you're ready, come on back. Okay, so we're back. With our strap, just put it to the side of your chair. We're going to use it as we're doing our range of motion warm-ups, but not in the very beginning. So just where you can grab it easily. So get your chair that has no arms, and meet me in your beautiful mountain seat. Take your back away from your back of your chair. Walk your hips up to the top of your chair, and firmly plant your feet. Root them down, push the floor away. And as you do that, become taller through your spine, lifting up, rising up. And just we'll have a normal breath right now. So today's scripture comes from Matthew 28:20. Each week I'm thinking, oh, what am I supposed to talk about today? And this was in one of my devotions this morning, and I love this verse. It's written in the, and I should know the right word, but as you leave the church that my grandfather helped build, my parents were married in, I was married in, it says over, as you're leaving the aisle, I should know this word, but anyway, it's inscribed there. It's engraved in my parents' wedding rings and my wedding rings, my husband's and I wedding rings. And so this is the verse I like for today. And we will incorporate it into our breath as a breath prayer. And it's Matthew 28:20. If you just shut your eyes right now, having your breath just as it normally is. But I just want to introduce it and talk about it first, and then we'll breathe it in. Jesus says, "Lo, I am with you always." And just take a moment here if you want to deepen your breath or keep your breath as it is, but just the word always. It's not sometimes. It's not every other day. It's not on rainy days or on sunny days. It's not on valleys, it's not just on mountains, it's always. Lo, I am with you always. And may you carry that with you today. Stitch those words in your heart. And so now I invite you into a deeper breath coming from your belly. Close your eyes, soften your jaw, and just take a slow inhale, counting to yourself maybe 4 counts, maybe 6 counts. And exhale just as slowly, mimicking what you did in the inhale, 4 counts or 6 counts. Or maybe today you can only do 2 counts, and that's okay. But be intentional in your breath. Make it deeper than your normal breath. And slowly come up. And slowly exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And this time when you inhale, inhaling the words, "Lo, I am." Exhale, "with you always." Inhale, "Lo, I am." Come taller, create space in your spine. Tuck the words in your heart. "With you always." And just continue for a few more rounds, breathing in the beautiful words, the beautiful promise of Christ. And one more time, deep inhale, low, I am with you always. And come back to your regular breath, keeping your eyes closed. Let's bring our toes up, wiggle our toes, intentionally placing our big toe to the floor and all the toes in between to our pinky toe. Intentionally placing the outside of our heel and the inside of the heel to push the floor away. And as you inhale, come taller in your spine, creating space on your sides. Feeling the breath of life coming all the way up through your belly and your heart and your mouth, your nose and the crown of your head. Exhale, letting your breath cascade back to your belly. And open up your eyes. Let's just take our chin to our chest and gaze up to the ceiling. Inhale as you gaze up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Coming to neutral, gazing over your right shoulder, traveling over your heart to your left shoulder. Keeping tall as you do this. One movement, one breath. And one more time to the left. And coming back to center. Taking your right ear to your right shoulder, pushing down the air with your left hand. Really getting a beautiful stretch along your neck and shoulder line here. Root down, rise up, inhale, and exhale. Coming back to neutral, taking your left ear to your left shoulder, bringing your right palm, forcing the air down to the floor. Inhale, rise up, exhale, and coming to center. Bringing your hands out like a stop sign, bringing your fingers together in a fist, and jumping out, and in, and out, and in, and out. Bringing your right fingers together, and bringing your left hand and just gently pushing your fingers towards your elbow, and then towards the floor. Towards your elbow, and towards your floor. Going to your left fingers, bringing them together and gently pushing your fingers towards your elbow and towards the floor. And towards your elbow and towards your floor. Shaking out our hands here. I'm going to do, there's the new little exercise for our hands, especially just to help fight any arthritic feeling you're feeling in your hands. Having your hands like a C. And then taking one set of fingers and enclosing over the other set of fingers and thumb. And then as you push down on the top, pulling away with the inner. And again, that fight of the top pushing down, the inner pushing up. And just kind of getting some more strength in your hands here. How important this is. Our fingers are so important to us just to do our everyday tasks. One more time, pushing up and pushing down. Let's shake our hands out. Switching hands, so putting the other hand inside, closing it with the opposite hand. And again, closing the outside hands over and opening up with the inside hands. And just feeling the strengthening here. Something to do again every day. Keep our hands strong. our knuckles towards me, hands in a fist, knuckles to the floor, knuckles up top, to the floor, and up top, and to the floor, and up top. One more time to the floor, nice and juicy. Going a little bit further, thumb towards your elbow, shaking out, hands to your side. We're going to shrug our shoulders, so bringing our shoulders up to our ears, round and back. Up and around and back. And one more time, up to the ears, around and back. And let's reverse this, so around, up and down, around, up and down. Bringing our palms to our shoulders, elbows out to the side. Let's just do a slight bend to the right. If you can, gazing at the left elbow. Coming up tall, dropping the left elbow, gazing to the right. Coming up tall. Back to the, down to the right, up to the left. Coming up tall. Switching sides. Keeping your fingers here. Now remember, at any time your shoulders are bothering you, this is a great spot to be. Just putting whatever we're doing, having your hand rest on your shoulder. Let's just circle around, coming forward, opening up our shoulder here. And exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down around. Inhale up, exhale down. And let's reverse. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Coming to neutral. Root down, rise up. Just a slight twist to the right. Coming to center. Twist to the left. Coming to center. Twist to the right. Coming to center. Twist to the left. Hands to your side. Woo! Inhale, rise up. Exhale, push away, just coming to your side. Hands on your hip, heel toe your feet out. Coming up on your toes, lifting your heels, lifting your toes. Lifting your heels, lifting your toes. Lifting your heels, lifting your toes. And heels go back. Hands to your side, hands out like wings. Let's bring our left arm around, and then we're going to catch with our right arm, kind of like a figure four you're doing here, and bringing your right arm closer to you, stretching out right here. And coming down, opposite way, arms out like wings, bringing your right arm across, left arm down, and captured inside your elbow. And bringing your left elbow closer to you, opening up that right shoulder. And coming down. Now let's grab onto our strap or our tie, whatever we have. Again, whatever you need to do so that your fingers don't get crampy, because you don't need to hold this tight. You can hold it nice and loose. If you find you're holding it too tight, you might just cramp up in your hands. So just nice and loose. Again, let's recenter ourselves so that we're nice and tall, back away from the back of the chair. Root down, and then inhale, just lift up slightly. If you can only go this high, that's fine. Whatever height you can. Exhale all the way down to your knees. Inhale, rise up. Exhale down. Inhale, up. And we're going to stay here. So again, if you're only here, that's fine. Or here, wherever you are, we're going to bend to the right. So what I want you to do is really come up. We're going to lengthen our left here. So bringing our right arm, tugging at it, our left, using our right arm to tug with our left. And opening up, maybe bringing that elbow back. And coming up tall. Dropping that left arm, tugging the right, bringing it over a little bit more than if you didn't have this strap. Loosen between your neck, don't get tight through your shoulders. Notice if you're doing that. Coming to the right. tall, resting our arms. Just noticing how you're feeling here. Heel-toeing our feet out to the length of the width of the chair. And what we're going to do now is you're going to take your right hand to your right hip, and you're going to come up like a rainbow over yourself, left hand to left knee. Actually, let's heel-toe a little bit further out. Inhale, rise up, right hand to right hip, and over. Your arms are going to bend here. And just go back and forth here. Again, if this doesn't feel good, you can just do it this way. Just coming back and forth at whatever level feels good for you today. One more time, right hip. One more time, left knee. Coming up tall and coming down. Inhale, exhale through the mouth. This time we're going to start at the left hip, coming over like a rainbow to your right knee. Continuing to breathe. One more time to your knee, one more time to your hip. Resting on your knees. And just bringing your hands out straight now, maybe making them a little bit closer. Root down, rise up, and let's just twist to the right and twist to the left. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left, and coming down, heel-toeing back. We're going to just set this to the side. We're going to use it for our legs in a moment. But before we do that, let's just taking our hands, let's do a couple cat and cows with our hands on our knees. Inhale, gliding, keeping your hands glued, coming up towards your hips. Elbows behind you. Open up your heart, gazing towards the ceiling. Exhale, coming down, gliding over your knees, down. Your shins. Inhale, rise up. Opening up your heart, elbows behind you. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. We're going to do 2 more of these. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down. Last one, rising up high. Exhale, down. Inhale, hands resting at thighs. Okay. Having our feet just hip width apart. Let's grab onto our strap again. So we're going to take out our right leg. Before you do that, maybe taking the strap, wrapping it around the ball of your foot, not the arch, but the ball, and just lengthen your leg here. Again, coming to the top of your chair, really rooting down with that left sole of your foot. And then just gently, again, don't hold the strap too tight. Just gently lifting that leg a little bit and coming down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, let's see if we can go. We're going to stop where we can. And then rooting down with that left sole, maybe coming up a little bit higher. Exhale down. Inhale, coming up as high as you can. Take a break. Root down, rise up, and see if you can go a little bit higher. Exhale down. Inhale, we're going to just go to what feels good and comfortable. Putting it in the right hand, and let's just circle around. Let's do as big as you can. Holding on to the chair, holding on to your leg, whatever you need. Make the leg better. And reverse. And going out as wide as you can. Really using the aid of your prop here to go a little bit further than normal. And then just go little circles. And little circles the other way. I'm getting such a Charlie horse in my leg. Gosh, I'm so sorry. So you see, I need to pause. You can keep going. Hello. All right, back to where we are. Coming to neutral, root down, rise up. My thing slid down to the arch again, keeping it on the ball. Rise up. And now let's just try to go out as far as we can out to that right side. Noticing how tall you are, rooting down with that left side, and coming back to center and down. Now, keeping the strap down, and with your feet here, really pulling in your toes towards your knees, holding on, let's see, I think I did it, holding on with your left, holding the strap with your left, holding the chair with your right, root down, come up, and we're going to hinge forward and bringing those toes closer to you. And coming up and releasing. Woo! Let's heel toe our feet out, heel toe our feet in, coming up on our heels and wiggling our toes. Inhale and exhale. Let's do this with the left leg. Okay, again, around the ball of your foot, lengthening that foot, bringing your toes as close to your knees. Again, hand can be on your knee, on your chair, whichever feels good for you. Okay, inhale, rise up high. And one leg's going to be better than the other, and coming down. Your hips, you know, it'll help you go up high or low. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Let's pause for a moment. Really root down with that right sole of your foot and maybe come up a little bit higher and coming down. Inhale up. Pause. And then intentionally bringing up a little bit higher. Coming down. Inhale up, let's circle around, big circles here. And the opposite way. And now small circles. And opposite way. Pausing for a moment, root down, rise up, and let's see if we can bring that left leg out to the side and come back down. Releasing your leg, releasing the strap. Whew. Taking both legs out long, inhale, rise up, toes towards your knees, hinging forward, leading with your heart. Root down, rise up. Taking that left heel up and down your right shin. It's really warming up the legs today, taking a lot of focus on our legs. I'm finding we're sitting in our couches or our comfy lazy boys way too much during this cold time. Next time your heel hits your knee, grabbing onto that left knee with your interlaced hands, just giving yourself a hug, pointing your toes, flexing your foot, circling around. Switching legs. So your left leg is long. Taking your right heel up and down your left shin. Keeping your back strong and tall. And the next time your heel hits your knee, grabbing onto your leg, giving yourself a hug. We didn't circle around, did we? No. You can circle around if you like. And up and down. We circled our ankle, not our leg. Okay. And back. There we go. Okay. Inhale, rise up high. Exhale down. Just heel toeing out, hands on our hips. And let's just circle around. I again, rooting down with your feet. If you can, like magnetize as though, even though your feet are still, especially as you come forward, having your heels like internally magnetized towards your chair. I don't know if that makes sense, but keeping your feet still, but making your heels go towards your chair. Like right here, if you stay here, you root down and then pushing your heels back. I don't know if this is making sense. So you might want to just forget what I just said. And circle around the other way. Noticing that your knees are pointing forward, they're parallel to each other. Don't let them travel. And coming back to center. Heel toeing your feet. Coming to your sides. Let's do a few sun salutations. Inhale, rise up high. Exhale, hinging forward. Forward fold, leading with your heart. Hands wherever they go. Root down, lifting up, taking your belly off your thighs. Long back, long neck. Exhale, returning to the floor. Letting yourself just relax there. Exhale, root down, rise up high. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway. Back to the floor. Inhale, rise up high. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway. Back to the floor. Inhale, rise up high. As you come here, interlacing your thumbs. This is what I'm doing. I don't know if you can see me, but interlacing your thumbs, pulling your thumbs apart so you can feel that stretch through your armpits. And then a gentle bend to the right, gazing towards your left bicep. Coming up tall, bending to the left, opening up that right side. 2 more times on each side. Continuing to breathe, don't hold your breath. Coming up tall, releasing your thumbs, reaching up for the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway, back to the floor. Inhale, rise up high. Heel toe your feet out to the width of your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway, back to the floor. Taking your right arm on the inside of your right leg, pushing them towards each other, creating some tension there. Putting your left palm on your thigh, lifting up, twisting towards the left. Now releasing your arm out to the side and see how high you can get that up. Beautiful little twist here. And coming down. Root down, rise up high. Exhale, arms to your side. Inhale, rise up high. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway. Back to the floor, bringing that left arm against your left leg, pushing one towards the other, creating tension. Right palm to right thigh, pushing your thigh away to help you twist. Releasing the hand out like a wing, and then bringing it up high. Exhale, come down. Inhale, rise up high. Coming to prayer, coming to heart center. Heel toeing your feet, inhale up. Just a slight twist to the right. Coming back, slight twist to the left. Coming back to center, hands at your side. We're going to do a little work on the side. So what I'd like you to do is taking both legs here. Oops. And coming over to your right side. So, again, coming to this as close to the side of your chair as possible, resting that right arm on the back of your chair. And just being here, again, noticing, rooting down your feet to become taller here. Have your hand to your right side, your left side here. And just rise it up and push it away. One more time, inhale up, rising up tall, and pushing it away. This time when we rise it up, let's see if we can do a slight bend to the back of our chair. And coming down. Rise up one more time, slight bend to the back of the chair. And coming back. Now, you're at your edge of your chair. I'm going to ask you to do taking that left leg at a 90-degree angle. Now, if this doesn't feel good, just stay as you are here. But if you want to make it a little bit harder, maybe a little bit more, you're going to have your shin parallel to the floor as much as, well, almost parallel. Having the top of your foot against the floor, pushing it down. So you're really stretching out that top of your foot. Coming up tall. And again, this time just raising your hand from the front of your body. Up, coming up tall, and now bending over. And coming up high, and coming down. Bringing that left leg back up. Heel-toeing your foot out towards me. And if it's available to you, sliding that foot long. So your left leg is long, your right leg is at a 90-degree angle. Your right arm is resting against the back of your chair. And as you start your hand on your thigh, just glide down. You're going to release keep your hand on your chair, but your arm will leave. And just see, rooting down with that right sole of your foot, just see how far down you can go. And when you reach that one spot, take an inhale, rise up slightly, exhale, just walk your fingers down one smidgen more. And then glide your hand back up, coming back to your beautiful seat here. Inhale, rise up, and glide that hand down. And you can point your toe or flex your foot. I prefer to flex my foot, but whatever feels better for you. And glide back up. Time. Inhale, root down with whatever's touching the seat or the floor. Rise up high. Exhale, glide down. Glide back up. Let's lift up that left arm, and if you can, bend over the back of your chair. Pointing your toe if it's available. Really opening up that left side. Gazing toward the back of your chair. Together and meet me back in the front of your chair. Taking an inhale and an exhale. Crossing our arms here, taking a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Hands back to your thighs, meeting me facing the left side. Coming to the top, the side of your chair, left hand against the chair. And just having your legs parallel to each other. Root down, come up tall. And bringing your arm up with the inhale. Exhale, coming down. Inhale up. Exhale down. This time we're going to bend over, so inhale. Come up, and if you can, bend over your right, over the back of the chair, and coming down. One more time. Inhale up, and bending over. Now, again, if this felt good, now your sides are different, so you might feel good on this side, it might not feel, but bringing that right knee towards the floor. Your shin is almost parallel to the floor, untucking your feet so that your top of your foot is a beautiful way. We don't ever stretch out our top of our feet, so it's a beautiful way, really pressing down. And let's just come our hand up high in front of us and coming down. Inhale up high and coming down. Inhale up high get to the top here, a slight bend to the back of the chair. Root down with whatever's touching the floor to keep yourself stable. Coming back up and down, bringing that right leg back up. Heel toeing that right foot out as wide as you want, and lengthening that leg. So again, rooting. Oh, Charlie horse is back. Okay, we're gonna work through this. Coming up tall, and then just gliding your hand as long as you can go. Holding on to the back of your chair, but letting your arm get long. Root down, glide back up. And down. Inhale up. Nice and slow. And coming down. And coming up. Last time, slowly going down. This time, lifting your hand up and bending over, maybe pointing your toe here to beautiful stretch. Pulling yourself apart, reaching for the sky, reaching for your toes away, and coming down. Bringing that leg back up, leaning back in center. Recentering yourself into your beautiful chair. Mountain pose. Close your eyes. Just take a couple breaths here. Opening your eyes. Inhale, rise up high. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway. Back to the floor. Inhale, rise up high. Hands to prayer. Hands to heart center. To your thighs. We're going to just do a couple movements out behind our chair, nothing fancy today, but just to get us up and moving. So come up tall and meet me behind your chair. Coming to mountain pose. I'm going to move the chair again just so you can see me, but using your chair for balance. Same thing, having your feet parallel to each other, rooting down with that big toe and pinky toe, the outside of your heel, the inside of the heel, and just feeling the strength of your soles of your feet. Root down, rise up high. And as you inhale, just feeling that breath lengthening your spine. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And on the next inhale, let's raise our arms. If you're feeling comfortable holding onto the chair, as only one arm goes up. But if you're available today, bringing both arms up. Or maybe leaving one hand on the chair so you can close your eyes. Exhale down. Inhale up, root down. Again, lengthening your spine, coming taller. Exhale down. Inhale up, we're going to interlace our thumbs like we did when we were sitting. So it's like this. Root down, rise up taller, and a slight bend. Again, if you can't have balance today, hold on with one hand when you bend to the one side. Coming up tall, using the other hand to hold on if you need to, and bending. Down, rise up high. One more time to each side. Coming up tall, hands to your side. And just coming here, coming up on your toes, back on your heels, up on your toes, back on your heels, up on your toes, back on your heels, coming to neutral. Having your feet as wide as the chair and just doing a nice transfer of weight. Left side, pushing through. Really be mindful of how you can push through, come up tall, come down. Push through, come up tall, transfer your weight to your opposite side. more, chest high. Root down, rise up high. And 2 more. And bend. And come up tall. And 1 more time down. And 1 more time up. And shake out our legs. And then meet me in down dog. So I'm going to do it from the side, but you don't need to move your chair. Holding on to the chair and just walking your feet out. You're going to look like a 7 so that your arms are long. Your back is straight as it can be for today. Pushing your heels back towards your back wall and your hips back. Slight bend to the knees. Let's take a half lift. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale, melting back down. It's a great exercise to do in the morning at the kitchen counter to wake your back up. Maybe sway back and forth. Maybe take a step out, so make it a little bit wider. And now sway back and forth. Coming to center. Inhale, just rise up slightly. Exhale, melt back down 1 last time. Inhale, walking back up to the back of your chair. And coming to mountain. If it's available to you today, just having your hands crossed over to opposite shoulder. If it's available, close your eyes. If not, hold on to the chair and close your eyes. And just take 2 deep breaths here. Opening your eyes, uncrossing your hands, and meeting me back in our chair. Coming to your beautiful mountain seat 1 last time. Walking your hips to the top of your chair, taking your back away from the back. Feet parallel, knees over your ankles, shoulders over your hips, ears over your shoulders. And let's close our eyes. Taking a deep inhale from the belly, rising all the way up, holding it for a moment, and exhale. 1 more time from the belly, deep, deep, deep inhale, rise up high. And slowly exhale. Opening your eyes, hands to your side, inhale, rise up high. Ending with the sun salutation, exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway, back to the floor, root down, rise up high, coming to prayer, resting at heart center, and collapse into your chair as your resting angel. Lengthening your legs, crossing your feet, letting your feet flop, resting your shoulders. Close your eyes, soften your jaw. Just take note of how your body's feeling after your practice. And as we sit in these last few moments, breathing in the words of Jesus. Lo, I am with you always. Just coming back to that inhale of lo, I am with you always. And just what do you visualize? What does it mean to you? Can you picture where Jesus has met you, has walked with you, has carried you? you can just stay here a little longer. If not, just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Open your eyes. Come back to your beautiful mountain seat. Bring your hands to your side. Just taking an inhale, meeting your hands up at the top at prayer, and coming to heart center. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for everything. And just have a blessed week. Just continue to move. Be kind to one another. Reach out to one another. Send someone you love a text or an email.